Well, howdy, y'all. It's time to feed the shadows once again. I'm your shadow keeper, Matt, and you're watching the Umbral Almanac. This week, we're digging up the lost secrets of Godstone Island in the 2026 indie horror game, The Occultist. This will be the very first follow-up review for the channel, so if you missed that first review of the demo, be sure to check that out right here, along with two other fantastic indie horror demos that you can play right now. Now, this will be a full spoiler-free review going over the premise of the game and the core gameplay loop, while offering an in-depth critique and gameplay highlights. So without further ado, come walk with me, and allow me to guide you through the shadows as we review The Occultist.
All these years, Dad's obsession with Godstone Island was just background noise. Pages turning, frantic scribbles.
The Occultist is an atmospheric, narrative-driven horror where you play as John Rebels, an experienced occult investigator in search of his missing father. His investigation leads him to the abandoned island of Godstone, where he must scour for leads, navigate the vividly macabre landscape of the decaying township, and hunt down his father before it's too late.
Look, everyone! Gabriel's back! I can't believe my eyes!
While it is listed as horror, this game does play a bit more like a detective adventure. Think Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened, or even 2018 Call of Cthulhu. Expect to spend most of your time following the incredibly intriguing threads of evidence and piecing together the brilliantly designed puzzles. The game also features some very cool mechanics in the form of John's occult pendulum. The pendulum acts as a central focus for your supernatural abilities. These abilities gradually evolve with the narrative and offer different insights and advantages into your investigations. Throughout the game, you'll gradually develop a paranormal lens that allows you to see hidden secrets, the ability to rewind time in certain scripted environments, a spectral bird that allows you to access otherwise unreachable locations, and eventually the ability to control swarms of rats. Using these abilities, you'll uncover hidden clues and unravel the mystery of what really happened on this island. This game has a lot going for it. Spectacular graphics and masterful sound design play together to build an incredibly intense atmosphere. It's the combination of the dramatic lighting choices and suspenseful ambience that really build tension right off the bat. The environment truly tells so much of the story. The story that it tells is a beautifully written one of grief and mortality that begs the question, how far are you willing to go for someone you love? I felt genuine pain and remorse in some moments. The puzzle-oriented investigations provide a constant drip feed of clues that gradually layer context into the underlying mystery. The end all comes together in a fully unexpected way that still manages to tie up every thread the writer so painstakingly laid out. For such a small studio, the tremendous story, intriguing puzzles, and brilliant atmosphere gave this game a polish that even some AAA games can't match. While the atmosphere is undeniably incredible, the focus on puzzle solving does eventually begin to detract from the pacing of the game, which ultimately leads to an overexposure that takes you out of any tension that the game manages to build. The pathing for enemies is oversimplified and predictable, and the lack of any real notable consequences from any encounters leads to a rapid desensitizing that affects nearly every location of the game. I found myself spending more time backtracking for puzzle pieces and cheesing bad AI than I did feeling any real fear. Outside the first 10 minutes or so of each new chapter and a few well-fabricated jump scares, horror may be one of the few emotions that I struggled to feel in this game. The linear storytelling combined with the long-form, puzzle-heavy investigations led to several scenes that just ran on a bit longer than they should have, which often felt more like an awkward, overstayed welcome than a true horror experience. That's not to say that this is a bad game. In fact, the cerebral investigative focus is exactly what makes this game shine. Come into it with an open mind and the knowledge that this game will play more like an adventure game than your typical horrors. Clocking in for me at just under 6 hours, the narrative could have probably been told in 2, but the slow burn of the investigation adds a layer of drama and intrigue that is often lost in classic horror games. All in all, I really enjoyed the game. Although the pacing lacks any real urgency, the thought-provoking puzzles, atmospheric story building, and intensely compelling plot makes for a fun, thought-provoking experience that will generally keep you on edge, even though it never really tips you over. I'd recommend this game for anyone looking for a puzzle-heavy, linear narrative experience that provides an incredible atmosphere, but with far less tension than is often found in the genre. As far as scoring goes, The Occultist retains its original score of 3.5 out of 5. Though it's not quite the horror experience I was looking for, it is still an incredible game and absolutely worth checking out. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more reviews, full playthroughs, lore, and so much more. Leave a comment down below with what you thought of the game and anything that you want to see me review next. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and keep those shadows fed.